Welcome back, guys, to vlog number 4. Can you believe it's been a month already? I'm really excited that so many people have stuck it out. Hopefully I garner more viewers, more discussion, and appear into my life week to week. I really am grateful for all of you that continue to watch and that tell other people about it. And due to last week's vlog, I know that it was of a sensitive nature. A number of people have come forward and talked to me about it, and we have a mutual understanding, discussion, and hopefully we can garner more of that. With that, today is the day after the Ides of March. I was also very excited to see a number of people make reference and or post about the Ides of March. Hopefully your day went better than Caesar's. With that, I'm doing an alternative YouTube schedule. I will be releasing this today, which is Thursday, the 16th, and next week will be on its regular day of Friday, and I will be doing that flip back every week, because this week is my long work week, where I work Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12-hour shifts, and rather than release this video at dark 30 on a Friday, I will record it on a Thursday and release you. I will release you from this terrible turmoil of life. I will release it to you on the Thursday that I record it. I hope that you continue to watch. With that, I have finished Penny Dreadful. Finally. It took me what I perceived to be forever. I know that a number of people on my feed are actually just getting into the show, and have already garnered a like for it. If you like Victorian horror, if you like the latter 1800s, I will tell you that in some cases it is not for the faint of heart. It is kind of a snapshot in the day in the life. It's pretty gory in some cases. But if you like those things, I know that the story can be kind of slow going at times. It's disjointed in others, maybe a couple of plot holes where they don't fully explain. Maybe they rushed it because they knew they were being canceled after 3 seasons. Either way, give it a look, especially if you like that time frame. It's a lot of fun, and look out for Billie Piper. She is delightful. With that, because of the show, I have been turned onto a term that I wasn't aware of, which was thanatology. Thanatology is the scientific study of death and its rituals, and basically just like how the body decomposes and things like that, it also goes into rituals and traditions of various cultures around the world. In modern days, it has more focus on bereavement and grief counseling. So it might be something I get into after I finish my schooling as a mortician, to kind of sublet, or at least broaden my horizons as a mortician, embalmer, and or crematory operator, which are my end goals, ultimately. With that, if you don't know, I am a cosplayer and a costumer. I used to keep those things synonymous. I know that a number of people would get really upset if you called them a cosplayer when they saw themselves as a costumer, vice versa. I talked about these things like this. A cosplayer is costume play, where you put on a costume and you play in it. It's not required that you make it. You can buy it. You can borrow it. Whichever, and live as that character for the day if RP type stuff is your thing. I'm really difficult with RP stuff because I'm my own worst critic already. I don't need any more of that. I'm trying, and I will try my hand at that at my next event. Costumer is, as it would imply, that you make your majority of your costumes. I have made some of my costumes, I have bought some of my costumes, I have made part of my costumes and repurposed different items to achieve the look of a character that I desire. With that, this is how I take this. There are 2 things that have come out in the cosplay costumer convention world within the past couple of weeks that I know that a lot of people are probably tired of hearing about, but it's my show, okay? I'll put my opinion out there. One of which is EliteCon. EliteCon is a brand new South Florida con, from what I understand. The name is misleading, I guess. I thought it was kind of pompous to call itself Elite, but it's more akin to what I view as a trade show. I don't require them to change their name. That's why I look into cons and say, hey, where is this? Can I get to this? What kind of stuff's going to be there? They have a hard and fast rule of no costumes, no cosplay, whatever. I know that my feed is kind of 50-50 on this. 50% obviously in their own outrage. Convention does not mean cosplay. I know that in recent times we have come to that conclusion, because majority of what we see, elite cons, it's their right, it's their prerogative. They clearly want to attract a different type of spender, a different type of person, maybe a bigger spender. It's collectibles, maybe rare comics and things like that. And that's their prerogative. It's just, I understand the complaint when you have so many other options, especially here in the state of Florida, to go to wear your costumes, that, you just don't go to that one. Pure and simple. Maybe it'll fail, maybe it'll be great. Who knows? I never wish ill on anybody. I just wish that people have, that people can have the freedom to do what they will with the money that they spend. And this is how they decide to spend their money. If they don't want to attract cosplayers, it's their prerogative. They might attract cosplayers, just not in costume. You never know. I'm not one of the collectible sort. I'm rather picky of the type of stuff that I want, but I will not go to the ends of the earth for some things. Either way, it's ultimately their prerogative whether or not they make money. As I said, there's a number of options here in Florida alone that you could go to, make your own event, go to the beach, go to a park, set up a photo event, hang out with friends. Meetup.com is a really huge boon for that. I've met a number of steampunk people through that, which was really cool. Just because it's called a con, again, does not mean that. The other one I'd like to talk about is Polycon, which is also another brand new one. I guess it's in the Tampa area. Polytechnic University. Excuse me. They have a particular guest, cosplay guest, coming. His name is Rick Stafford. I know that people are on different sides when it comes to him, and that's your prerogative. He's been accused of many a number of things. Sexual harassment, stolen valor. What I'm going to say on the sexual harassment bit, what do I always say when it comes to things like that? That I feel that those things are between the victim and the perpetrator and should be held within a court of law in regards to that. Then cons can make that decision on that. I don't know if charges have been filed. I know that there's some evidence out there, but again, I don't sit at this table, and I am not going to have an opinion necessarily on that. Being what my job is typically, I've seen worse, I guess. I'm not saying that I'm allowing him or defending him in those regards. I just literally have no opinion when it comes particularly to that. And I feel that that is a private matter that should be dealt between him and the victim, in accordance with that. In regards to the stuff with stolen valor, that has been proven. He has paraded himself around as a Navy SEAL, wearing his cover indoors, and what I see wearing a combination of pins from various branches. Now granted, I have never been in the military myself. My reasons are my own for not doing that, but I have a number of friends, as well as my own husband, who has, and I take this in the highest regard. Believe me when I say that I find this highly disrespectful, that you would wear, if you don't know what stolen valor is in regards to wearing part or all of a uniform and claiming that you did service. I feel that is a high disrespect to those who actually did service, and that you are not in league with them at all. And it highly unnerves me, being what I know of my husband. So with that, any con that he is a guest at, that I know ahead of time, obviously. There are some times that has surprised me. I will not be attending those cons purely on that concept. He has made me uncomfortable. That fact unnerves me. And I can't support a con that's going to have him at a convention. Well, Lou, but this other thing, again, that's a private matter. To me, I'm not at those tables, and those should be taken up. I will support the victims. If they come to me and they want to talk to me and they want to talk in part about the things that have happened, I will totally listen to you, and it will not go any further. But past that, you can't expect me to, again, as I said last week, you can't expect me to stand on the corner with you and hold signs against one person. There are laws in place. There are things in place that could, in part, damn him or save him, and those are the measures that should be taken in regards to this. With that, I look forward to my next convention, since we're on the line of conventions, which is MegaCon. MegaCon, my husband and I have taken as kind of our anniversary con this year. Our anniversary is April 10th, and it will mark 10 years of us being married. So the closest convention to that is MegaCon. So we're using that in terms to celebrate that. So we have picked two very important fandoms to the two of us and are wearing costumes from it. One of which is X-Files, and the other one is Babylon 5. On Friday of MegaCon, yes, I know MegaCon is 4 days. Thursday is, to me, it's too much for me. Friday we will be wearing Mulder and Scully. I myself as Mulder, and he will be Scully. It kind of fits our outlook on life, I think. With Saturday, we will be doing Babylon 5, myself as Ambassador Delenn, and he will be Commander Sheridan. We'll be doing closer to Season 5 because Sheridan has facial hair in that regard, and I will use my own hair for Delenn, and I also we liked the relationship that they had. It was more of a mature relationship, which I think we have grown into over the 10 plus years that we have been together. And I feel that was a good choice in regards to that. So I'm super excited about that. Sunday is right out. We don't costume on Sunday anymore. I use that as a reason to go into the dealer's room to get last minute deals, to get art now that I have walls to hang them on, and to take pictures. I know that some people probably follow the same mantra, so I may not see a whole lot of costumes on Sunday, so that might be my failing on that, because I know in the past I haven't seen a whole lot of costumes. But you never know. Some people might wear their bigger stuff on Sunday because they expect fewer people and they won't run into as many people. With that, MegaCon has changed a lot of their motif, getting back to how cons decide to operate things. One of which is if you can't really get into the dealer's room or majority of where it's being located unless you pay for a ticket. Something I agree with. I've been going to MegaCon since 2012, which I know is a drop in the bucket for most, but I don't know. I've seen an increasing number of people each year. When they did this thing last year where they kind of you couldn't get any farther unless you had an armband ticket thing, there was breathing room in the dealer's room first and foremost. Just not a lot of loitering around, and I can honestly say that I enjoyed that. I never go to a con unless I can pay for the ticket. That's pure and simple how it works. If I can't afford it or the room to stay near it, then I don't go. Because I feel, again, it's a disservice to that. I appreciate you watching. I know this is a little bit lighter, maybe, for some, than last week's was, definitely. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you to continue watching and to support me by watching and ask questions. Always ask questions. Do not be afraid to inbox me with any questions, and I will answer as honestly as I can. If I don't know the answer or I don't have an opinion, I will tell you as such. Be that as it may, I will see you guys next week.